Welcome to the Zaleski Sports Show. I'm your host, Jason Zaleski. On today's show, we'll be talking about another 1,000-point score, UW-Stevens point update, and the unveiling of this week's very exciting 3-C. It's all yours, and it's all now. All right, and welcome to this week's Zaleski Sports Show. Again, I'm your host, Jason Zaleski. Co-host today is Clarence the Giraffe. Rachel's out on assignment today. Now, before you think, geez, Jason, you've finally gone completely mad, which may be half true, Clarence is no stranger to TV stardom. That's why he's here hosting with me today. Clarence has been involved in TV at government meetings. Clarence has been on TV before when, if you remember back to last year, April the giraffe out in upstate New York was about to give birth to a baby giraffe, took the world by storm, and Clarence was our Wisconsin representative to give some quality insight on giraffes back then on TV. So Clarence has been on TV before. He's very comfortable being here, and I think you should be comfortable with him here too. So Clarence, welcome to the show. All right, well, let's get started. Let's start last week over at Columbus Catholic. Columbus Don Nick Mulliver reached his 1,000-point threshold. Nick has been a great student athlete over there at Columbus now for many years. He's a senior this year. He had a great game as the Dons were playing on Thursday night last week, and he reached his 1,000-point threshold. He came into the game sitting at just under 990, at 988 coming in. Clarence, play us our highlights. Welcome to the Zaleski Sports Show Highlight House, brought to you by Mid-State Technical College. There are over 50 in-demand programs at Mid-State. Choose your career at mstc.edu. Boys basketball tonight in Marshfield as the Columbus Dons host the Gilman Pirates. Jared Mandel gets the Dons off to a 3-0 start. Nick Mulliver came into the game at 988 career points, now at 990. Mandel in the lane for two, Mulliver 992. Three-pointer, 995. Jab step, and 998. Still, first half, Gilman missed shot, and Mulliver with the loose ball. Nick, stop and go. Heads to the rack, ball is up, rolling, bouncing. 1,000 points for Columbus Catholics. Nick Mulliver. Dons take down Gilman with ease to stay undefeated in the Clover Belt East and stay on top of the rankings at number 1. Let's take it down to Don's head coach, Joe Konieczny. Joe, let's just first talk about just coming into this game. Gilman, team coming in, had a little bit more downs and ups on the year. How do you prepare for a team like that?
I think we just want to concentrate on building some good habits. We talked about it a lot before the game, a lot at halftime. And we had a big game Tuesday and a big game Saturday, so we wanted to play a lot of people and make sure that we're fresh for the next 2 days.
Nick, with his 1,000-point threshold today, you've seen a couple of those over your years here as coach. Is that the best individual accomplishment a player can have?
I think as long as you win, it is. And we've been fortunate that, Fleischman, Furlinger, and Hunter, and then now Nick all did it on teams that were pretty talented. And they had teammates that were willing to sacrifice because they knew those guys could score. And I'm very happy for Nick. That's a well-deserved thing that didn't just happen. That happened with a lot of hours of hard work in a gymnasium. And he deserved every accolade he got tonight.
Highlight House, player of the game, Nick Mulliver. Nick, big win today. Talk about the importance of conference wins as we head down the final stretch here.
Well, every win's important. We're trying to go undefeated, win 3 straight. Just do what we have to do to win. That's what we're trying to do every day.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, you reach your 1,000-point threshold. That's what everybody's talking about to you after the game. Was that ever a goal for you coming into high school basketball?
Not really. I like passing more, to be honest. Like, I never thought I'd get 1,000, but now that it happens, it's pretty cool.
As you think back to early childhood and some of those first memories, maybe in the driveway, putting the ball through the hoop or something like that, just how did any of those experiences coming into tonight help you to get to this point?
Well, I've spent countless hours practicing, so I think it shows. The work you put in shows. Yeah. That's what I think. Yeah.
Thank you to our sponsor, Mid-State Technical College. There are over 50 in-demand programs at Mid-State. Choose your career at mstc.edu. You are watching the Zaleski Sports Show Highlight House.
I'm in the house.
All right, yeah, Clarence, very exciting stuff. Again, Columbus versus Gilman in that game. Fun times. And congratulations again, Nick, on your 1,000 points. And I know you've got a couple hundred left in the tank yet this year. So we will look forward to watching you and the rest of the Dons play basketball. Other scores from this week, we'll start with boys. Auburndale took down those Gilman Pirates. Prentice, 55-41. Spash over DC Everest, 93-49. And 1,000-point scorer Drew Blair had 37 in that game. And then Neilsville hit the century mark against Granton, took down the Bulldogs 100-32. So a pretty exciting week in boys basketball. Clarence, I know you watch many of those games as you join me at home as we watch the live streams when we're not at the games. Last week's girls scores from the area. Auburndale fell to Prentice 41-31. Stratford beat Chequamegon 63-28. And then Loyal took care of Columbus Catholic, 62-49, defending state champion Loyal Greyhounds. So that's pretty much how I would have thought things would have went in girls basketball last week. We've got lots of exciting action coming up, though, this week. And we now look at that. Live stream games. These following games will be live streamed by Trimedia. You can, quick access, go to zaleskisports.com. or focusonmarshfield.com/sports, and you can find the whole live stream schedule. Here they are. First up on Thursday, girls basketball, Marshfield versus Wausau West, and Spencer at Thorpe. So two pretty good games there. Friday is boys basketball night, Columbus versus Loyal, Auburndale versus Edgar, and then a very interesting game, Stratford at Marathon. Big clash in the Marywood East, and that'll provide me this time to remind everybody that on Mondays, Coach on the Couch, you will have none other than Stratford head coach Kurt Schmidt and Auburndale head coach Chad Weinfertner, both on the couch at the same time as they prepare for their end-of-year battle at Auburndale and Stratford. So make sure to check in for that. Of course, we'll have reminders on our Facebook page, Zaleski Sports Show, about that. So we're going to have a lot of fun with those two coaches on the couch at the same time. And then finishing up the live stream Saturday, girls action, Auburndale at Assumption. So again, broadcast made available by Trimedia, and you can find that same schedule that I just told you, focusonmarshfield.com/sports or zaleskisports.com. All right, so Clarence, what do you think? Let's move over to UW Stevens Point. And all the things that are happening. We've been talking to everybody about UW Stevens Point all year, and if you haven't been out to a game yet, you are missing out. Tonight, let's start with tonight's action. In men's basketball, the men's Pointers ranked number 19 in the country, and they take on the number 12 team in the country, UW Oshkosh. So very exciting stuff. The Pointers have won 8 straight at home, and they look to make it 9 against number 12 Oshkosh. So again, that game is tonight at 7 p.m. So if you're watching this now, shut me off, get over to Stevens Point and watch that game. You can finish up watching the show later. You can also see highlights of that game after you're done over in Stevens Point, which is Valentine's Day. Take your Valentine. Clarence will make, vouch for you that that's a good idea to take your Valentine over to UW Stevens Point tonight. Watch the game in person, and then after the game, ZaleskiSportsShow.com for all the highlights and all the highlights of any other game that we've been at. You can watch them all there. Also, in men's sports over at UW Stevens Point, the Pointers are ranked number 3 in the entire country in men's hockey. So they've got the number 3 hockey team, the number 19 basketball team, and so much good stuff. Both women's sports in basketball, hockey, also very good. So if you haven't made it over there yet, you are missing out. Get over there now and watch. Both those seasons are coming to a playoff crescendo here over the next couple weeks, so now is the time to watch. Clarence, we did watch the men's hockey team over at UW Stout on Friday night. We had a fun time. We were tied all the way until 6.5 minutes left in the game. Clarence, sent us the highlights. Tell us who won the game. Welcome to the Zaleski Sports Show Highlight House, sponsored by Nasonville Dairy. Fresh cheese curds made daily, along with favorites you love like cheddar, Colby, and Monterey Jack. Visit one of our stores or see us online at NasonvilleDairy.com. Men's hockey tonight as the Pointers and Blue Devils square off in Menominee. Stevens Point undefeated in conference play this season. Stout 3-3 in the WIAC. Both teams scoreless in the first period. Max Millisek doing everything he can to keep the game close. Under 5 minutes left in the second, Wesley Ashley sends it towards the net and tipped home by Logan Fredericks. Pointers on the board. Blue Devils come storming right back. This shot deflected. Moments later, Hunter Anderson evens the score at 1 as we head to the third. The final period belongs to the Pointers. Zach Zetch with the chance. Drew McLean ups the tempo. And then finally, Nong Lambert from behind the net, and Tanner Carty puts it in. Pointers win 2-1. Here's head coach Tyler Kruger. All right, we're here with Coach after a big 2-1 win here at Stout. Coach, hard work pays off, right?
Yeah, no, definitely. It's one of those games where it's not going to be given to you. You got to work for every single inch that you're going to get. And I thought our guys, battled through some adversity there, and it wasn't going to be pretty goals. It was going to be hard work and greasy goals, and we found a way to win in the end of it. So that's what good teams do. Yeah,
and Stout made you earn it, but yeah, good teams overcome that. What'd you see out of Stout that brought it maybe an extra challenge you weren't quite? Just didn't think was going to happen.
Yeah, they played hard. We knew they were going to play hard, but they got on the cycle pretty hard, and they were abusing us in the defensive zone for a while in the second period there, where we had some shifts where we got stuck out there a little bit longer, and they kind of took it to us there. They got some changes, and their goaltending was great. We knew it was going to be good, but he was very good tonight.
Conference championship now, 3 points tonight. Eau Claire tomorrow. What else is left this season?
We got to finish. Even though we've already clinched the WIAC, it's a matter of, for us, for national rankings, we got to put another win on our resume and kind of tie the knot off. We get 60 minutes, then we get a week off, so we just got to lay it all on the line and then reassess and get her up for the playoffs.
All right, we're here with our Zaleski Sports Show highlight house player of the game, Tanner Carty. Tanner, game winner with 6:30 left. Just take us through that whole sequence.
Willem got the puck wide. He tried to cut inside, didn't have a play, kind of tried to wrap the puck around. We had a couple plays similar to that. Earlier in the game, I had a whack or two at it and didn't go, so this time I knew just to kind of let it come off and really just try to get it upstairs and having to work out for me.
3 points tonight on the win, beat Stout 2-1. Conference champs now. What's next?
Finish out playing these WIAC games here in playoff and then get set for the national tournament.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you to our sponsor, Nasonville Dairy. Fresh cheese curds made daily along with favorites you love like cheddar, Colby, and Monterey Jack. Visit one of our stores or see us online at NasonvilleDairy.com. You are watching the Zaleski Sports Show Highlight House.
I'm in the house.
That's right, Clarence. Tanner Carty with the game winner. 6.5 minutes left in the game. In a very exciting game. Stout on their season record didn't show that it was going to be a close game. I actually joked with Coach Kruger before the game. I thought maybe the Pointers might win something like 7-0. His response to me was, we've got to score 1. And he was right. They had a tough time scoring over there at Stout. Stout was putting on their best game as they had senior night there over in Menominee. And they hung right with the number 3 ranked team in the nation. But Tanner Carty, game winner. It's a fun time, Clarence. Thanks for the update. Now, on to national news. It is all Olympics all the time on the Zaleski Sports Show when we're not covering high school sports right now. And it's been a great time. Here's a quick update on the Olympics. If you're a snowboarder and you're from America, chances are you're winning a gold medal. The United States owns the half pipe, and they own the downhill portion of the snowboards. It's a lot of fun. It's a new sport. As I was watching last night, one thing that kind of caught my eye was the announcers were talking about what won the gold medal 4 years ago was a 900-degree spin. And now they're spinning up to 1,400 degrees. You do the math on that, how many revolutions that is. But the sport's come a long ways. It's still in its infancy. And maybe even think back to the early 1900s when basketball was being shot into a peach basket, and there weren't really any rules. They played in an old room somewhere with maybe pillars in the way. So snowboarding is kind of like that. It's still in its infancy. It's a lot of fun to watch. A lot of other good stuff. Curling right now is hot again in the Olympics this year, and that'll bring me to a segue here in just a minute. One thing, though, about the Olympics that is missing this year are the Russians. The commies are not in the Olympics this year, as it turns out, and that's our Sports 101 question today. Why is there not a team from Russia in the Olympics? And it's quite a simple answer, and Rachel did phone this one in. It's a simple answer, Clarence, on why this has happened. They have been caught doping and cheating so much that they're just not allowed in. Now, there are Russian athletes, and they go under the Olympic flag, so they allowed some of those in. Some of the worst offenders from Russia had to stay home. The rest of them are allowed in. If they do win, they fly the Olympic flag. They wear clothing and uniforms that signify that they are Olympic athletes from Russia, but they've got the 5 rings. And so if you're wondering where the Russians are, that's exactly where they are. They're at home because they're a bunch of cheaters. All right, that's off my soapbox on that one. But that's just a true fact. So as I was mentioned, curling is hot right now, and with that, the State of Wisconsin High School State Championships in curling are taking place this weekend on Friday and Saturday. And you bet, Zaleski Sports Show will be there to cover that. So we're going to go have some fun doing curling and watching the high school students culminate their activities in the state championship this year. That's over in Wausau, so you can look that up, or you can find it on our website or on our Facebook page. Again, Facebook at Zaleski Sports Show, website ZaleskiSportsShow.com. Now, Clarence, what everybody's been waiting for, the very exciting 3-to-C. We had 3 great contenders this week, and we've got one very special announcement. So, Clarence, push play and take us to the 3-to-C.
It's time for the Zaleski Sports Show 3-to-C. Number 3 is Nick Mulliver.
Nick, stop and go. Heads to the rack. Ball is up, rolling, bouncing. 1,000 points for Columbus Catholics. Nick Mulliver.
I'm in the house.
Number 2, Teddy Redmond.
Redmond with the steal. Put the ball in its home. You belong in your home. Home.
I'm in the house.
The number 1 Zaleski Sports Show 3-to-C is me, Brendan Fecker.
And such an impressive show of sportsmanship by the squad from Shigwamigan. Earlier this year, Stratford Tiger Brendan Fecker went down with a season-ending knee injury. Fecker able to record points in his last year as a Tiger, and a standing ovation from the crowd. Well done.
Thanks for watching the Zaleski Sports Show 3-to-C.
All right, and that was exciting. Thanks for the special help from Brendan Fecker on the 3-to-C. Big-time winner there, and a lot of good candidates. We had a dunk. We had some other good stuff. We had a 1,000-point score. We had a game winner in hockey. So make sure to pay attention to that. You can vote for the Zaleski Sports Show 3-to-C starting every Sunday at 5 p.m. Just check out your favorite Facebook page, including Zaleski Sports Show on Facebook, and cast your vote there. We're going to have a whole nother lineup coming up this week. So cast your vote, make your vote heard, and Clarence or somebody around here will push that button every Wednesday at 5:30 and make the announcement. So thanks for watching the Zaleski Sports Show. I mentioned Facebook a couple times. Twitter is at Zaleski Sports. And Clarence, thanks for standing in. You stood tall. You did a good job today. Guys, thanks for watching. Go Sports. Do. All right, Clarence, let's do it. In 3. All right, I think I did most of what I was supposed to do there.